Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling a topic that's been making waves for years but still has a lot of people scratching their heads. Bitcoin! What is it? How does it work? Why is it worth so much? And how do you even get some? Well, don't worry, we're going to break it down in a way that's super simple, and yeah, we're even going to make it fun. You don't need to be a tech genius or a Wall Street wizard to understand Bitcoin, and by the end of this video, I promise you'll be able to explain it to your friends like a pro. But before we dive in, make sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and if you find this helpful, share it with someone who's been asking you, so what exactly is Bitcoin? Trust me, they'll thank you later. All right, let's get started. Bitcoin is a digital currency. You can think of it like the money you use every day, but it's completely online. No paper bills, no coins. It's 100% virtual. You can't hold it in your hand, but you can send and receive it just like cash. Pretty cool, right? But wait, it gets even more interesting. Bitcoin isn't controlled by any bank or government. It's decentralized, meaning there's no middleman like a bank overseeing transactions. It's kind of like when you trade baseball cards with a friend. But imagine doing it with a system that keeps track of every trade, automatically and securely, without anyone having to trust a third party. Yes, you heard that right. Bitcoin isn't owned by your bank, your country, or even a wise old wizard behind the curtain. It's all handled by a network of computers around the world. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But that's the magic behind Bitcoin. Now, let's talk about how Bitcoin actually works. Imagine you're sending money to a friend. Normally, your bank would handle that transfer, making sure both parties get their money. But with Bitcoin, things are a little different. Bitcoin transactions are verified and recorded on a public digital ledger called the blockchain. Think of the blockchain as a giant notebook that keeps a record of every single Bitcoin transaction ever made, who sent it, who received it, and how much was transferred. But here's the kicker. It's public and decentralized, so no one can change it. It's like having a ledger in your notebook at school, and instead of just you and your teacher seeing it, everyone in class can view it and double-check it. No one can erase or change what's written down, and everyone is accountable. So, now that we know what Bitcoin is and how it works, let's talk about the big question. Why is Bitcoin valuable? I mean, it's just a string of numbers and letters, right? Well, here's the thing. Bitcoin's value comes from supply and demand. Bitcoin is limited and there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins. That's it. No more will ever be created. This makes Bitcoin scarce, and just like with anything that's rare, its value increases as demand grows. It's like a rare comic book or a limited edition sneaker. Once they're gone, and people are willing to pay top dollar to get them. Imagine if you had the last donut in the office and everyone else was craving it. You'd probably charge a pretty penny, right? That's the concept behind Bitcoin's value. Limited supply plus increasing demand equals higher value. Okay, now you're probably wondering, how can I get some of this Bitcoin for myself? Good question. There are a few ways to get Bitcoin, and we're going to break it down. First, you can buy it on a cryptocurrency exchange like Coinbase or Binance. Just sign up, connect your bank account or credit card, and start buying Bitcoin like you would with any other stock or currency. Easy peasy, right? Or you could be a little more adventurous and mine Bitcoin. Mining is like playing a high-stakes video game where your computer solves complex puzzles to unlock new Bitcoins. But be warned, it's a bit like digging for gold. It takes a lot of power, equipment, and energy, and it's not as easy as hitting a button. So for most people, buying is probably the simpler route. Now that you know how to get Bitcoin, you might be asking, can I actually use it to buy stuff? And the answer is yes. More and more businesses around the world are accepting Bitcoin as payment. From big names like Tesla, yes, the car company, to your local coffee shop, you can buy goods and services with Bitcoin. The best part? It's fast. If you've ever tried to send money internationally, you know it can take days and cost a fortune. But with Bitcoin, you can send funds across the globe in just minutes and with minimal fees. Now, I wouldn't recommend trying to buy your morning coffee with Bitcoin just yet. Some businesses still don't accept it, and the transaction speed can sometimes take a little longer than expected, but hey, you can dream, right? Let's take a minute to compare Bitcoin to traditional money, the bills and coins we use every day. First off, Bitcoin isn't printed by any government, and it's not tied to any country's economy. Traditional money, like the US dollar, is controlled by the government and central banks, who can decide how much money to print. With Bitcoin, there's no central authority controlling it. Now, while Bitcoin has no middleman like a bank, it does come with its own set of risks. Bitcoin's value can be volatile. One day it's worth a ton of money, and the next, it could drop significantly. It's not as stable as traditional money, and that can make some people nervous. It's like riding a roller coaster. You can have a ton of fun, but make sure you're holding on tight. Now let's address the million-dollar question. Is Bitcoin a good investment? Well, that depends. Bitcoin has certainly made a lot of people a ton of money, but it's also had some wild swings. Bitcoin is risky. It can go up fast, but it can also crash just as quickly. If you're looking for a stable investment with predictable returns, Bitcoin might not be the best choice. But if you're looking to take some risks and you believe in the future of digital currencies, it could be worth considering. Just remember, don't invest more than you're willing to lose, and maybe treat it like a fun bet rather than your retirement savings. It's like gambling, but with more math and fewer slot machines. All right, folks, that's the basics of Bitcoin in a nutshell. It's digital, it's decentralized, and it's changing the way people think about money. Pretty cool, right? If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's always asking about Bitcoin. You never know, this might just be the conversation starter you need at your next party. Remember, Bitcoin isn't some mystical magic. It's just digital money with a whole lot of potential. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.